Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. So I was just getting ready to go to bed. It's like 12:30 at night, and I got sucked into playing Subnautica. And I was just about to shut down. I thought I'd check the rigs, make sure everything was running, running fine, everything's going all right. And then I just thought, let me check in and see where this is. I know my last video I had done early in the morning, just a little bit after I had done the video, there was an announcement that the merge was pushed back. So here we are now at the final 30 days, the countdown. We'll see if it gets pushed back again. Like I said in my last video, this time last year we were talking about this still, so we'll see what happens. If this really is the last 30 days, then enjoy the rewards while they're ripe. Ethereum is up; it's almost at $2,000. Just a couple months ago, if we go 3 months out here, you can see it was down at like 950, $897, $900. So it's up almost $1,100. In just when was that? That was June 18th, and here we are, August 14th. So almost 2 months ago. So it's nice to see it up. We're definitely getting rewards from it. I was checking out mine. I got about a gig running right here, and I'm getting 3402 a day. Now, I figure I'm running about 850-ish a day in power. So, what does that bring me down to? 36, 35, 50. So around 25 bucks. So around 25 a day. Not bad. Can't complain about that at all. So, a little while back, that was, when the price was down, that was like, 17 bucks a day and 18 bucks a day. And I'm running 850 in power, let's say, just about. So I was under 10 bucks in rewards. And that was, profit on that. And that was tough. So, I'm glad to see it up a little bit. I guess, we can all just soak it up while it's there for the next, 30 days perhaps. Difficulty has dropped down a little bit. Price has gone up, 18% almost here. So, numbers look good. And, you look at a lot of other projects out there, a lot of them are doing well. It's every time, obviously Bitcoin does any action, everybody else feels it. And even though Bitcoin hasn't jumped up tremendously, I mean, sure it has. It's gone up from like $17,000 to, $24,500. So it's gone up $7,000. It's quite a bit. That's about a third of an increase in, the past 2 months. But this is doubled. So you can see that even when there's a little bit of movement, a lot of other things will jump quite a bit. And with all the news and the hype around Ethereum, it's probably helping the price go up as well. We'll see if Ethereum ever breaks away, or if any of these other coins or tokens ever break away from Bitcoin. But for now, it seems to be the deciding factor with a lot. Anyway, that's it. This is just a quick one. I looked on eBay, and I bet you right now with the price surging, people that still have a couple GPUs and aren't really paying attention to things like this, they're probably out there being, like, wow, this is great. I better jump on it now and grab some before Ethereum keeps going up, and not realizing that in 30 days, it's really not going to matter what they do today, because they're never going to get their money back on that card. And then when it goes away, it's going to be a tough time mining. So for a smaller miner who doesn't pay attention, this really could be a big factor in where they end up in 30 days and 2 hours. Because when their profitability drops by half on top of, already a tough market, it's going to be tough. We'll see where they end up. I think it's after this point, I think probably in 45 days, we'll really see the market flooding for GPUs. I'm still in a holding pattern. I was going to do a video on that, but now that we're talking about it, prices for 3060s are like 350-ish. I've seen some 370s going for, four and a quarter, with $400 for some of them. Very reasonable prices for some of these cards right now. I saw 3080 the other day, and it was like $700 or something, $800. And I'm thinking, man, those 3060 Ti's that I was buying, I was popping those for 800 bucks. You know, back when the market was banging, I got those for 800 bucks, 750 to 800, you know, for those cards. So to see a 3080 out there for, you know, around 800 bucks, not, you know, not a bad number, and really hard not to want to get one. And I'd like to get a completely mixed rig. I've been debating on what kind of rig to build next, even if it's only the 6 card, because that's the frame extra one I have right here. I thought about doing something in there. I forgot the 3060 Ti. I thought about a 3070 Ti, a 3080, and maybe a 3080 Ti, and pulling that A4000 out and sticking it out here, and then taking these 2 cards, throwing them in there into that 4 card rig that now has 5 because of that A4000, putting those 2 in there, and then just buying 1 card for out here that I would use just for, you know, my recording and you know, just my random nonsense that I'm doing out here, you know, playing a game or something. I've thought about maybe buying a little something for myself, maybe buying a, you know, an extra 3070 and throwing it out here for my gaming or something like that. So, you know, that would be just for fun. Of course, I'd probably use it for mining, obviously, like these 2, when I'm not actually doing something. And these 2 out here, I still have them going on right? Neox, yeah, yep, Neoxia. I still don't, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but yeah, I still got that mining over here on them, you know, just for a little fun. So, yeah, really got away from the merge talk and all that, but you know, when the prices change, I will go and look to buy some of these cards. You know, probably in 45 days is when I'll really step in and look to buy something. I've been eyeballing a couple, but you know, even at these prices, they're pretty good. But I think that the prices are going to drop only because so many people are going to stop mining. I think so many people that just have 3-4 cards are just not going to want to spend the time for the amount that you're probably going to get in the beginning. As things stabilize a month after the merge, 2 months after the merge, maybe things will change, and you know, we'll find that balance of where we're all, or some of us are going to be, or what we're going to be mining. So but that'll be in 60 days, you know, 90 days from now, or after the merge. You know, if it's 30 days to the merge, I would say 2 months, a month after the merge to 2 months after the merge, to really see it happen. And then that's when I'm going to really, honestly, that's when I'll be buying most of my cards. I've thought about just buying 1 or 2 right now, but, you know, I've decided I am not going to. I'm going to stay in a holding pattern. I got a gig going. I've got more than a gig, you know. I've got the other 2 out here together. You know, that 1 card gives me a little trouble, but around a little over 50 mega hash out here, and I got about 120 in there. I'm sorry, 1,020. So almost have 1,100, really close to 1,100. So, you know, I'd like to get that 6 card rig, those RX cards, and I'm going to have those mining something that they'll be more profitable on when the merge happens. Those will be probably on Ethereum Classic, though I don't know what's going to happen to Ethereum Classic with all the ASICs flooding that market as soon as this happens. So we'll see how that plays out, but I'll probably use those 6 cards for a little spec mining or something else that, you know, bodes well for the RX cards. Now, the RTX, you know, 3060 Ti's, those do so much better when it comes to doing Ravencoin and a lot of other algorithms, where these will not do as well. So anyway, that's why I thought I'd just make that 1 rig in there, 6 cards. And, you know, I might split it in half and have it mining half and half. You can do that on Hive. So I'll fool around with that. But this one here, like I said, this was going to be the test bed. I really haven't been doing much for the testing wise. It's got everything here. I've got plenty of power supplies up here. I do need to get another breakout board. I believe this one did have some trouble, and I did have a spare on that rig back there. I think it was giving trouble. So I swapped it out and it worked fine. I haven't really tested this on the test rig, so I probably should, and see if the board really was defective and I need to get a replacement for that. And if I get this one going, I'm going to need one for it. So I really need to get 2 more if this one really is defective. But I got the board, chip, RAM. The board's really good. It's really overkill for the CPU and the RAM on this board. It's decked out. It's got the M.2 slots. I've already got all the pieces for those. I've got everything, the wiring, the power supplies. Got the thumb drive ready to go for it, and I also have a hard drive hooked up to it right now. So it's set. I don't really looks a little sloppy because all the wires in it, but it's ready. So anyway, I'm rambling on now. It's super late, and probably why I'm rambling, but that's what you get late night. Subnautica is pretty cool. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck where I'm at. I'm still finding all these fragments. I need to get a couple more parts. Just kind of a little lost, kind of in that maybe like third way through the game, kind of lost my way. Have searched all the pods that I could find and things like that, But I don't know if you play Subnautica. Let me know in the comments down below. And maybe I'll put a video of me playing it out one day. I sing a song to my son about Subnautica. He tells me to stop. He hates it. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you're doing in the comments down below. Are you buying any GPUs? I'm like I said, I'm not. I'm going to hold off for a little while longer. I'm going to hold off for a minimum of 30 days after the merge, unless there's some deals. Of course, if there's some deals, someone's dropping something big. And that's another option too, is that if I hold my money now and I let that money grow, when the time comes, maybe I can buy something as a lot or a reasonable amount of cards at once that somebody may be dropping. I say reasonable amount for me, maybe 6 cards or 7 cards and 8 cards and at a good number. I might just take them all. So that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking to instantly build out, this one rig for sure, and then that way it will be still sort of a testing rig, even though it'll be fully mining. I'll have it in the tent, but it will have a little of everything, so if I ever want to test out anything, I can do it on that one. It'll be kind of fun. But I would like to get another 8-core GPU set up. I'll be honest, the 3060 Ti's are great, but for me and my situation, the heat in there, even on the cards that are by themselves, what do I got over there? I got that one card. We're not even going to talk about this card because it is what it is. I still haven't moved that over. Tomorrow I was going to switch out one of the risers on the other rig that still is giving me a little trouble with that one card going out. So when I do that, I might flip this around. I may spend the day in there and just messing with that in the tent. But whenever I do that, I end up spending the next 5 or 8 hours because something is glitching all of a sudden. That's what happened last time. This was running so smooth. I moved it to paint the room. I literally unplugged it, slid the whole tent over, didn't touch anything inside, painted the walls, slid it back, plugged it in, and I have had trouble ever since. This rig is finally running good. No problems except for that one heat issue with this. But anyway, the thing is that these do run a lot hotter, especially when we start doing Ravencoin with them, and they really run hot. When I run on the 3060s Ravencoin, they get warmer, but they're really very reasonable, up a degree on maybe everything, maybe up 2 degrees on everything, whereas the 3060 Ti seems to go up like 4 or 5 degrees. This goes up 2 degrees. So I know it's lesser, mining less, the hash rate will be a lot different, not even in mega hash when we talk about Ravencoin, but it will be a lot different as far as, like these get about 50 and the TIs get almost 60. So, we'll see that same difference in Ravencoin, but these seem to run a little bit better for me, and the price point is great. And if we wait till just after the merge, like I said, another 30 days out after that, I think a lot of these cards, people are going to have, like I said, a couple cards, and they're just going to be just shelling them off, just selling them off, just trying to get anything because they're just going to be so fed up with mining, trying to do Ethereum Classic or dealing with the heat. You know, if they've got these in their bedroom or somewhere, you know, and you start mining Ravencoin, you're going to start feeling that heat. That's for sure, right? You know, I threw mine on Ravencoin when I had my rig, a 4-card in the bedroom, because my wife doesn't turn the heat on in the winter, or she hates to. So I put it on my side of the room, and I was mining Ravencoin because it was that much warmer. Yeah. So anyway, you know, I think the 3060s are going to be the direction I go in. If I had better circulation. Now, I did say that if I did have another rig or two, I would consider standing that thing up. So that's another, that may be a question too. If I was able to stand that up and get proper airflow, the 3060 Ti's may be the better option. So that's, you know, again, we'll see. I think after buying all of these on this 6-card rig and getting, you know, the two 3070s, the two 3080s, the RX in here, I don't think I'll be able to afford like a 3090. That would be sweet to have two 70s, the 80s, a 90, and the 4000 on here. I doubt I'll get it. I'll have that one slot left open, and maybe I'll get an A2000 and throw it in there. That way I'll have two of each, so to speak. I don't know. But that's what I'm looking for on that one. That's going to cost a pretty penny to get to that point with that, considering, you know, some of these are going to go for 800 about. But all the more reason why I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I don't think things like the 3080 are going to drop in price too much, because people that buy them are either going to be using those for gaming, or they really are more serious about their mining, and they're probably going to hold on to it. You probably catch a couple out there cheap, but ultimately I don't think those are going to really go down too much. I think some of the other ones, I think the 3070s really right now have seen a really big hit. So anyway, I'm talking and talking and talking. Y'all, I appreciate you checking in. That's really it for tonight. Profits are doing pretty good. Merge in a month. Rigs are doing okay. The 3060s, this one is the culprit. I'm going to swap out that riser. It's been up for 17 hours now. It's still dropping every so often. As a matter of fact, before I go to bed, I usually last now almost a full day. So a lot of times before I go to bed, I'll just reboot it. That way it won't go out in the middle of the night, and I wake up and, you know, I go to bed, and I'm staying up late tonight. And this is the story with this card. I'm going to end it with this. As soon as I go to bed, this card goes out. I go to bed at 9 o'clock at night. At 9:15, this card has gone out. You'll be able to see it in the lineup right up here. You'll see it just drop down. You'll see it like going across and then drop down and then go across. And I'll be like, what time did it start? And it's like right after I go to bed. So here we are at 12:48 in the morning, and by sure shit, you know, at 1 a.m. this thing is gonna, you know, die on me. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little reboot. I'm going to let that one ride. Y'all, I appreciate you checking in. Thanks a million. Appreciate the thumbs up always. You know I love that stuff. We'll be doing a helium video tomorrow, and I'm going to be going over my miner and profitability and all that good stuff. That'll be tomorrow. I'm going to put that one out. But tomorrow I'm also going to start working on the tent. I don't know if I'll have that video up, because I'll probably do a lot of cuts as I'm recording it. You know, I'll be taking the rig out, changing the riser, seeing if that's the problem, and getting to that. So, yeah. Thanks for checking in, y'all. Subscribe it. It's right over there. Let's see. I'll probably throw a video up over there. I'm not sure what. When I do pick those videos at the end, there's an option to either put one in there that I want, or to put the best for the viewer. So let's do best for the viewer this time, and let me know in the comments down below what video it took you to. That would be kind of interesting. I'll be honest. You know, see which one it took you to after that. So thanks for checking in. I'll see y'all tomorrow with that helium update. Profitability, maybe. We'll find out. I'll see you.